Hello, everybody on YouTube, with all the NFL YouTube prognosticators and NFL fans everywhere. This is Andrew Warren. Now, here to give you my thoughts about Week 15 and my picks for Week 16 for the 2020 NFL season. Check it out. First off, let me say happy early Christmas, everybody, and hope you guys are. It's Christmas Eve today, and hope you guys are doing pretty well and staying safe and healthy. So, anyways, before we get to that, I'll give you my thoughts for Week 15. What happened? The Vegas Raiders beat the LA Chargers, which that was a big upset for me. I predicted that, which is really good. Well, for overall, but before I get on, I went 12-4 straight up. Against the spread, 7-6-3, and over and under 9-7. Both all three categories went 500. Pretty solid. But, we got to get those numbers up, for especially the over and under. So we had a pretty good over and under the last couple of weeks. So I'm pretty happy with that. So even though my over and under has been like the worst it has ever been since I've been doing over and under picks, since I've been doing this. So I'm going to try to get that back up this coming season, or the upcoming season. So that's a pretty nice suggestion on that. But anyways, we're against the spread. Now overall, not because of that overall in the year. I'm 140, 78-1 straight up overall. Against the spread, 115, 93, and 9 overall. And over and under at 102 and 120. So that's what I mean about the over and under. I need to have a great bounce back and the playoffs for the over and under picks. So I don't think there's any chance of that. So, but hey, what can you do? But anyways, I did talk about the Vegas Raiders and LA Chargers. Buffalo and Denver. Now Buffalo beat out the Denver Broncos, smacking them all over the field in their home turf. And for the first time in nearly 25 years, the Buffalo Bills are the AFC's champions, which that means my Patriots are out of the playoffs for the first time since 2008, and they haven't won a division for the first time since 2008. So, and for the first time, to be honest with you, we may go at least under, may not get to the double-digit mark since I believe 2002. So for 18 years. So that's going to be a little interesting scenario on that. So a little case scenario. Well, I'll get to the Patriots in a bit. So, but because we got to deal with the other scenarios as well, like the Green Bay Packers in Carolina, which Green Bay beating out Carolina, and Seattle squeezing out a victory against the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson didn't have the best game in the world, but the defense showed up pretty well. Chicago, Minnesota. Now, Chicago was another upset I picked. That was a really good, solid one on that one. Now I'm getting to say this is Minnesota's biggest disappointment since 1998 or maybe 2003. That's pretty much I'm going to say at that. So, Baltimore and Jacksonville. Baltimore got the loss. Now, Jacksonville got the loss. Now they're in control of the destiny. I'll get to that one in a bit. Miami and New England. Well, like we talked about with Miami and New England. Tua became the first rookie quarterback to beat Belichick and the Patriots. So in the Patriots' history since Belichick got there, so good for him on that. And now, like I mentioned, the Patriots are out of the playoffs and everything else of that. So all we got to do is play for pride. And of course, Tom Brady in the playoff picture with Tampa Bay. So far in this debate, Brady is winning the Belichick and Brady debate. Who was it, Brady or Belichick? It all depends if they win the Super Bowl. So we'll see at that one. Tennessee and Detroit. Tennessee beating it out from Detroit. They had a squeezer on that one. It was a little tight game on that one. Indianapolis and Houston. In the LA Rams, that's where I'm going to go with Jacksonville with this one. The LA Rams getting upset by the New York Jets. Now because of what the New York Jets did, what they won, now the Jacksonville Jaguars could get Trevor Lawrence. I think that's their key role with that. I think that's where they're going to go with. They're probably going to dump Jinder Minshew, probably what they're going to do, and probably he's going to go somewhere else. So that's, I think, the plan for Jacksonville if they can lose the next two games. Now, because I think the reason why I think the Jets have the advantage of that, because I think that something like that. I forget how that one goes, but anyways, now because of that, the Jacksonville Jaguars are now going to be ranked number 1 in the draft so far if the season ended today. So now, Philadelphia and Arizona. Hey, I mean, I got to say, I mean, that was a great game. Probably the best game of the week is probably that game alone. it was a back and forth on both sides, Now, Jalen Hurts, he put up some great numbers, even though he lost the game. That was a pretty good game. He had a great performance in that. I think for the Eagles, I think they should have done that a long time ago, putting Jalen Hurts in there. So I guess what I'm saying is I think they should have done. That was a move they should have made a long time ago. So that could be said on that one. So, but Washington's still in the hunt though. Like we talked about, they're still in the hunt for getting that division for the first time in a couple of years. So it's anyone's ball game in the NFC East. Like they're all under 500 down there. So, and Kansas City and New Orleans, another great game to watch. Good for it. That was a great one to watch too. Hey, don't get me wrong with Drew Brees. He did pretty well. Just didn't work out. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is just a dominating team. So, in Cleveland and the New York Giants, that was a good win, for on Sunday Night Football. Oh, I forgot to mention, San Francisco and Dallas. I mean, San Francisco pulling out the win against Dallas. And now they're not in control of that right now. So, anyone can be in the ballgame for the NFC East. Anyways, like I said about Cleveland and Jacksonville, Cleveland's getting the double-digit mark for the first time since, I believe, in 25 years. So they have a double-digit record. So that's pretty good for them. But now they're in the playoffs for the first time since 2002. So kudos to the Cleveland Browns. What a coincidence. And a difference makes for Cleveland and my Patriots. The Patriots were the dominant team throughout with the Cleveland Browns. For the past 18 years and on, the Patriots were the most dominant team in there. Now, for the first time around 18 years too, Cleveland is going to the playoffs. So it's pretty ironic on that. They have a twist to that too. Because of the Monday Night Football game with Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. Cincinnati upsetting Pittsburgh. And now Pittsburgh is in big, big trouble. And if they lose out this game and Cleveland wins, we could possibly see a Monday Night Football or Sunday Night Football game that could decide the NFC Central. Who would have thunk that the Cleveland Browns would go win the NFC East, the AFC Central? I did not see that coming. I thought Pittsburgh was going to dominate that division. I said that early in the year. I had Pittsburgh clinching that division and getting the early playoff spot. And not only that, I was predicting that Pittsburgh was going to be like the number 1 seed and number 2 seed. Now it's not going to happen right now, the way it looks. But we'll see how that one turns out on that, with that, if that comes around. But, I'll give you a little sneak preview on that. It's a little sneak preview of my picks this week. So, anyways, it's getting exciting already. Let's get on to my picks. Okay, let's kick things off. I believe it's on Christmas Day, but not the Thursday Night Football game. I think it was for the Vikings and Saints. Hold on. And it's, let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to look it up right now as I go along. So I think it's a Christmas Day game, I think. I'm not really that sure about that. So, yes, it is. It's a Christmas Day game. So, for the Vikings and the Saints. So, but now because of that, the Saints are 10-4 right now, and the Minnesota Vikings are 6-8. And because of that, the way things are going right now, Minnesota is probably having a disappointing year right now, and the way things are going. How did Mitch Trubisky pull off with the Chicago Bears and stuff like that? But now, because of that, the Saints are in the driver's seat, could be getting the NFC South, which I do believe they're in that division. Not in that division. I believe they're leading that division, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, they are. Tampa Bay is at 9-5, so I apologize for that. I didn't know. So they have a lot at stake right now to play. So anyway, and because of that, it's in New Orleans. I think Minnesota will want it more. And I think not only that, though, I think for the New Orleans Saints, they have much to play for right now to get that division. So I think they're going to probably win out that game. I do believe if I think they win this game, I think they get that division. I think they own the tiebreaker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, if I'm not mistaken on that. I think they do have one more game against Tampa Bay, if I think. But I could be wrong, but I don't know. But anyways, I think if they win this game outright, I think they get that division. But I'm not that 100% on that, but there's a lot at stake right now. So anyways, I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints over the Minnesota Vikings on this game. So on the line, though, the Saints are favored by 7 this game. I'm taking New Orleans -7. Over there, it's 51.5. I'm going to go over 51.5. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Now, Tampa Bay and Detroit. Tampa Bay is going to go up with They're going to say, hey, we still want that division. We're going to fight. And it's Tom Brady in there. Antonio Brown got his first touchdown pass catch since last year with the Patriots. So, and now is in Tampa Bay. He's doing pretty well right now. But I think in this game alone, the Tampa Bay wants to get in the fight for that division of their own. So I think this is pretty much going to see the roots on that. I'm sorry, it's the hold on. I am so sorry. That was the dumpster truck dumping my trash out there. It's trash day today, so I had to deal with that. So I had to hear that noise, so I didn't want you to hear that in the background. So anyways, that being said, for Tampa Bay and Detroit, like I said, Tampa Bay wants to fight, and they want to hey, still want to do that. We still want to be here for that division. We want it. So I think they're going to be on their fight on their own. So I do believe that's what's going to be the case. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the way it's going to go. So, on that one. So, Tampa Bay will beat out, I think Tampa Bay was going to beat Detroit in that game alone. But I know they're facing Atlanta this coming week, so I don't know what's going to happen. So, I'm going to take next week, I'm saying. So, anyways, Tampa Bay over Detroit for this week. And I think they're going to be in Detroit on that one. So, I'm going to take Tampa Bay over Detroit and Detroit. On the line, though, Tampa Bay is favored by 9.5 in this game. I'm going to take Tampa Bay minus 9.5. Over and under, it's 54. I'm going to go over 54 because I think Matthew Stafford can go over and can pull up some good yards if he wants to. Arizona and San Francisco. Hey, Kyler Murray, he's having a great year so far. I think he has having a bounce back year from his rookie season. I think that's really good for them. I think Arizona's on the rise right now for Kyler Murray. And I think for Arizona's case right now, I think they're in the driver's seat for the NFC South. So NFC West, I'm sorry. But anyways, I think for that, I think that's going to be really, really tough. I think that for them, and the NFC West is always tough. So I think for my case scenario, so especially when they face a division rivals, there's always a big game when it comes to the NFC West, whoever they play. So I think that's the way it's going to go. But if I'm not mistaken, though, the Arizona Cardinals got over 500 for the first time since 2017 or something like that. So I think Arizona has a lot to play for. So they want to get to the hunt of the wild card. So I think that's the way it's going to roll out with that. So anyways, I'm going to take Arizona over San Francisco and then possibly get a chance for the playoff spot. On the line, though, Arizona is favored by 3.5 in this game. I'm going to take Arizona minus 3.5. Over and under is 49. I'm going to go under 49. Let's see here. Miami and the Las Vegas Raiders. Like I said, the Miami Dolphins, they got a big win for the Patriots, which I predicted. That's 3 years in a row they screwed us over. First year was the first round, there's a home field advantage. Second year was cost a second round bye. Now the playoff elimination. So we had a triple Rammy for the Miami Dolphins for the last 3 years. So not good. We got to find out how we're going to do that next year. So anyways, let's see how that one's going to go out. Miami in the the Las Vegas Raiders. So I think for that one alone, so I think that's it's going to be really tough to see on that one. I think Miami's going to pull this one out. I think it's going to be close. So I mean, it's going to be a close one, but I think Miami's going to squeeze this one out. So I'm going to take Miami over the Vegas Raiders in LA. On the line, though, Miami's favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take Miami minus 2.5. Over and under is 47. I'm going to go over 47. Kansas City Chiefs and the Atlanta Falcons. Sorry, it's fixing the glare. But anyways, I think for that game, I think Kansas City and Atlanta pulled off, lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just like Tom Brady came back and beat them in Super Bowl 51. Pretty much simple as that. If it wasn't bad enough. Ugh, Jesus Christ. I just couldn't believe Atlanta choked again under Tom Brady. So I couldn't believe that. So when I heard that game, when they were winning that game, I was like, what? They're winning that game? They may win it this time. But I was like, oh, wait. Brady. Anything under Tom Brady, though, you just can't rely on that. But, ugh. But anyways, that being said alone, but for Atlanta, That being said, I think the way that's going to roll out with that, I think that it's just not going to get any easier for Atlanta. And it's in Kansas City now, and that's a tough place to play in Arrowhead. So, because of that, I'm going to have to take the Chiefs over the Atlanta Falcons on this game. On the line, though, the Chiefs are favored by at least 10.5 in this game. I'm taking Atlanta plus 10 because I think they know how to beat the spread. They just know how to win the games. Over and under, it's 53.5. I'm going over 53.5. So, Indianapolis and Pittsburgh. This is a game I'm really looking forward to watch. I think the Colts on one hand, they want to get into that playoff picture. Pittsburgh on the other hand, they want to get into the playoffs too, but they want to get the division. Both teams have something to play for right now. So I think the way that the driver's seat's going, Indianapolis is playing a lot better than Pittsburgh right now. Defensively, they're not showing up. They're not doing anything about it, and I got an upset here. I'm going to take Indianapolis over the Pittsburgh Steelers at Pittsburgh to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. On the line, though, Indianapolis is favored by, Colts are favored by, Pittsburgh's favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm taking Indianapolis plus 2.5. Over and under is 44.5. I'm going under 44.5. The Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. I think for this game alone, Washington has something to play for as well. So they need to win this game to just at least catch up with that division, at least get something out of it. So Washington has something to play for. At least I think they need to at least win 2 games just to get that division. So Washington football team has a lot to play for right now. So I think for my case scenario, I think Washington will win this one at home. I think they're going to win this one outright. So I'm going to take Washington over the Carolina Panthers in Washington. On the line, though, Washington is favored by 2.5 in this game. I'm going to take Washington minus 2.5. Over and under, it's 40. What was it again? I kind of misjudged that. 47, I think. And it's hold on. I miscommunication on that one. So hold on. I gotta do. Yeah, it is 47. I apologize. I put a 9 instead of a 7. I thought I had a miscommunication wrong on that. But anyways, I'm gonna go over 49.5. Over 47 on that. Under 47. I'm sorry. So I think I'm gonna go with. 44.5. I'm sorry. I miswrote that. So it's 44.5. Not 47. So I apologize on that one, folks. So anyways, I'm gonna take the under 44.5. And Dwayne Haskins, don't go to the strip club right now. So, yeah, and because of that, he got a $40 fine for a master's party or stuff like that. Which it is what it is with that. He's still a young quarterback. I still he can learn from what his mistakes are. So I think we should see what we can do from that. Just don't go to the strip club without a mask. I'm kidding, man. So I'm only joking, but he had that little strip club incident. That's all that, and all of a sudden, now because of that, he got fined $40,000. So, $40,000's like $5 for him or something. So, anyways, that being said, the Washington football team has a lot on their minds right now because of that Dwayne Haskins incident and stuff like that. So, but I think they're going to overcome that. So, knowing Ron Rivera, I think he usually overcomes things, stuff like that easily, and go from there. Sorry, it was the dumpster again coming back around. But anyways, that being said, I'm going to go with in Chicago and Jacksonville right now. Go focus on that game. Jacksonville needs to lose the next 2 games. I think they can pull off that. But I think for Chicago's case, they want to, let's get something out of this. So, but if I'm Jacksonville, bench all your players, put all the rookies in. But anyways, with that being said, I'm going to take Chicago over Jacksonville in Jacksonville to win this game because Jacksonville needs to lose to get Trevor Lawrence. So I think that's the way it's going to go. And on the line, though, Chicago is favored by 7.5 in this game. I'm taking Chicago minus 7.5. Over and under, it's 47. I'm going to go under 47. Baltimore and the New York Giants. The Giants, at this point, for them, might as well just tank everybody. They were in the last place in the NFC East. They tried. Nothing they can do. But, that being said, I think that for Baltimore's case, they want to try to get that playoff spot. at least try. I don't think they're going to get the division, but they can get the wild card. So I'm going to take Baltimore over the New York Giants in this because they have a lot to play for right now than the New York Giants do. On the line, though, here's where it gets dicey. The Ravens are favored by 12.5 in this game. I'm going to take the Giants plus 12.5 because I think they can keep it close. Over and under is 46. I'm going to go under 46. Oh, I forgot for the Chicago and Jacksonville, under 45. Oh, no, and I do apologize for that. No, it's under 45. I do apologize. I went 46 on that one. Whoops. My fault. It's under 45 on that one. So, anyways, under 46, this is going to be for the Houston and Cincinnati. I already gave you the under for the 46. So, for the Houston-Cincinnati game, Cincinnati must be pumped up just with beating Pittsburgh on that one. So, that was their Super Bowl pretty much. But I think now because of that, I think they're going to probably lose for this one and going to Houston. Houston, on the other hand, they're looking at new coaches. They checked out Marvin Lewis. I wouldn't recommend that personally, but hey, who to judge? Jim Caldwell, and they interviewed recently as well. He's in the books on that one. I think that's the way to go out on that one. But anyways, for Houston and Cincinnati, a bunch of drama going on both sides of the field there now. I think I'm going to take Houston over Cincinnati in Houston. On the line, though, Houston's favored by 9 in this game. I'm taking Houston minus 9. And like I said, for the over and under, I said 46 on that one. So you already knew that one. Cleveland in the New York Jets. Now, this is a game that the Jets want to lose too. And they want to at least try to lose too in case Jacksonville wins. So I think that's pretty much what they do, just to try to get Trevor Lawrence. But if I were Trevor Lawrence, I wouldn't go to the New York Jets. I would not recommend it. And now for the New York Jets is the worst team since the 1996 season. So, and now because of that alone, I think Cleveland is going to win out that game. I think they're going to go say Cleveland over the New York Jets in this game. On the line, though, Cleveland's favored by 9.5 in this game. Taking Cleveland minus 9.5. Over and under, it's 53. I'm going to go over 53 because I think Cleveland wants that division. I really think they want it. The LA Chargers and the Denver Broncos. Now, the LA Chargers, Justin Herbert, upcoming quarterback, upcoming team. I think they have on the rise right now. But I think not this year. I think by next year, I think they're going to have a double-digit win. So that's an early prediction I'm going to give out on that one. So I think the LA Chargers are going to win out that game. I'm going to take in that one in Denver. They have a lot of problems right now on offense, and they need to work on that. Now, because of that, I think the LA Chargers are going to take LA Chargers over the Denver Broncos in this game in LA. On the line, though, the Chargers are favored by 3 in this game. I'm going to take the Chargers minus 3. Over and under is 48. I'm going to go over 48. Seattle and the LA Rams. Because of what the Rams did, they had to be really pissed off that they lost to the New York Jets. It just won't get any worse from here, for me. Seattle's defense is just too dominant. And you saw it against Washington. Russell Wilson didn't have the best game in the world, but he pulled it out. Pretty much. But because of that, I think this is going to come down on defense on this game. Defense is going to decide it. So I think that's the way it's going to pull. And I think Seattle has the much better defense than the Rams do. Don't get me wrong on the Rams defense. Been solid all year. Everything else like that. But you put in Seattle's home turf, it's a very tough place to play. And I'm not going to take most of my bets on that one. I understand it's a division game. They all know each other. And because of that, I can't take the upset in this one. I have to take the favorite in this game. I'm going to take Seattle over the LA Rams. On the line, though, Seattle's favored by 2 in this game. I'm going to take Seattle minus 2. Over and under is 47. I'll go over 47. But I will not be surprised if the Rams lose this game outright. They have a great dominant defense on the balls as well, on the both sides of the ball as well. But if I had to pick a better quarterback right now for the Rams or Seattle, for everything else right now going on with Russell Wilson in that case scenario, but it is what it is with that. But Jared Goff, and I was gonna say Jared Goff and and Russell Wilson, I would probably go with Russell Wilson. I'm not saying bad about Jared Goff and everything else like that, but I think as of right now, the much better team on both sides of the ball. I'm going to lean towards Seattle in this one, so I think that's the way I'm going to go. But, it's just, I don't know. If you lose to the New York Jets, I don't know how you're gonna lose. How you're gonna beat Seattle. I mean, that's the way I look at it. But you never know. They might pull it out. I wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. Now for the big game of the week, Philadelphia and Dallas. This is a game that I was so excited to look forward to. Yeah, Jalen Hurts still looking for his first road win. I think if he can do that against Dallas, out of all teams in the division, they could totally win out this. This is going to be the best Super Bowl. Their Super Bowl for Philadelphia this year. But I think they have a great future with Jalen Hurts. I really see that. Hold on. Yeah, it's just a dumpster trucking. They already took care of my street, so on that. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. I apologize. So, anyways, that being said, if you guys still hear me, I think Philadelphia might get their Super Bowl wish to win in Dallas, and I think that's the way it's going to go out. So I'm going to take Philadelphia over Dallas in this game. And Jalen Hurts will get his first win on the road, finally. On the line, though, Philadelphia is favored by 1.5 in this game. It was a pick 'em, but it stretched out to a 1.5. I'm going to take Philadelphia minus 1.5. Over and under, it's 49.5. I'm going to go under 49.5. I wouldn't be surprised, too, like the Chargers. Like I was talking about with the Chargers, I think Philadelphia can get back into the double-digit mark next year with Jalen Hurts. I do believe in that. But Sunday Night Football, Philadelphia, Green Bay, and Tennessee. So I think for this game, it's in Lambeau Field. Very tough place to play in the cold in December. Very tough to play Green Bay in December and January. Very tough place to play, except for the New York Giants. That's a different story, but in the past. But we're not talking about that. This is a much different team. Don't get me wrong. Tennessee has a better running game. Green Bay doesn't. They have a better quarterback in Aaron Rodgers and Ryan Tannehill, but that's about it. But both teams are playing defense pretty well. Oh, sorry, I can't hedge my bets on Green Bay on this one. I can't hedge my bets with Tennessee. I love Henry. Don't get me wrong. Derrick Henry's a great running back, but you're going to Green Bay in December, in the cold, in the snow. Good luck to you. I'm going to take Green Bay over Tennessee in this game. On the line, Green Bay's favored by 3.5 in this game. I'm going to take Green Bay minus 3.5. Over and under, it's 56. I'm going over 56. Buffalo and New England on Monday Night Football. Well, like I said, the Patriots are eliminated in the playoffs for the first time in 12 years. First time not getting and the first time not getting not getting 500 since 2002. Well, at least get double digits since 2002 on that. But that being said alone, as much I want to see Josh Allen lose, it's not going to happen. I'm going to take Buffalo over my New England Patriots at home. At this point, maybe just try out. I think at this point for the Patriots right now, try Jarrett Stidham, their backup quarterback, and see what he does, and go from there. Maybe have a future in him. There are attempts on that. They could maybe that could meet. I'm just saying maybe that could happen. I was thinking the way to put at it. We all know what happened when Tom Brady was a backup player, and look where he turned out to be a Hall of Fame player. Little known quarterback, so it's always a possibility with that. But, it is what it is at this point. So, don't get me wrong. Cam Newton's still a good player. I respect him as a player. Anything else like that, ever since he had COVID, he hasn't been the same player. He was doing pretty well until he got COVID, and that's pretty much shit the bed. Well, excuse my language. Sorry about that, but, yeah. He pretty much, he hasn't been the same player. So I think it really, really turned out with that. So apologize for the swear. I'm sorry. So anyways, I think that's why I'm going to say Buffalo over New England at home at New England on this one. On the lineup, Buffalo's favored by 7 in this game. I'm taking Buffalo minus 7. Over and under is 46. I'm going to go over 46 on this game. Hey, because of that, well, hey, switch Santa hats, right? You notice? Well, guess what? NHL season's coming back January 13th. Announcement came out on Sunday with that, just after the NFL season, after the Week 15 games were done. Well, for the Sunday games at least. But anyways, we're getting an NHL season right now, so who knows what's going to happen at this point. So big announcement. Going to be doing an early NHL pick video. And as of the NBA season returned last night, with my Celtics beating out Giannis last night. So, plenty of other sports news topics we can talk about and stuff like that. So, anyways, shout outs this week. My good old buddy Justin Bridgewater's find us on YouTube, Blockbuster_guy on Twitter, and our good buddy Gio knows too. They both had birthdays coming last week, so happy late birthday for them. And so, give them a great big shout out to those guys. And until then, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and stay safe, stay healthy, and please wear a mask, wash your hands, and social distance. And stay safe, everybody. Rock out.